All right, everyone. Welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Monday, July 23rd, 2018. All right, so today we still have the moon in Scorpio, which was the case yesterday. So themes about getting into the deeper dimensions of life, both for ourselves and in our external reality as well, and in relationships. And then the moon is going to be shifting into Ophiuchus as we get into the later part of the day. So going in from the awareness of the deeper into more of the healing and transformation that results from that acceptance of these deeper things in life. So that's the backdrop. No major aspects today, but we do have the moon squaring up to Venus opposite Neptune, which is going to go exact tomorrow. So good day to be aware of bringing some balance to receptivity in relationships, also in sensitivity in relationships, and just keeping things kind of clear on that level, and also with our enjoyments in life. All right, so let's look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Monday. Again, we are using what's called true Sidereal Astrology, which uses the actual stars in the sky. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below for more information, because the signs are different from mainstream astrology. All right, so yep, moon in Scorpio. This is the deeper part of the sky, which has to do with transformation. And the process of getting there is becoming aware of the deeper dimensions of life, which are also the deeper dimensions of ourself, and doing that acceptance work, right? The awareness and then the acceptance. And it's through that acceptance that we do go into the healing energies. And that's likely going to be the theme as we get into the later part of today, with the moon shifting into Ophiuchus, and then especially tomorrow once the moon goes over the galactic center and leads to the final results of the healing and transformation. So today, just a really good day to get in touch with these deeper dimensions. Really good day for becoming more attuned to our deeper values in life, what truly matters, uncovering things, you know, both for ourselves and then maybe through research and getting to the truth of the matter. Again, internally and externally. This type of stuff, great for the day. And then the later part, maybe specifically healing. And that could be, of course, spiritual and emotional and psychological healing, but also maybe even physical healing with that Ophiuchus energy. All right, so let's do a quick recap since we don't have major aspects going exact today. As you can see here, a lot of them will be concentrated tomorrow and going into the rest of the week. But let's take a look at where everything's at in the sky. We do have, of course, the sun still in Cancer. So good time for still focusing on essentially the roots of our life and the roots of our being, which you could say is our soul, right? Getting in touch with our feelings, our emotions, our soul, perhaps the past, this reflective energy, and just kind of seeing life in this way, and maybe gaining energy through expressing ourselves in this way of, you know, connecting to our feelings, our soul, and the past, and this reflective energy that Cancer really helps us develop and helps us create those secure environments, right, for ourselves and others as well. So great time for that. That's the source of energy. We do have Mercury and Venus still in Leo, so there is that fire behind things. Maybe when it comes to our communication, great time to be expressing ourselves, maybe doing creative things or things in the routine that give us a sense of passion or enjoyment. And then in those relationships as well, Venus and Leo, right? One-to-one connections, really good for that. Self-expression, fun, entertainment. All right, these are the energies we can be enjoying with Venus here. So Mars is, of course, still retrograde in Capricorn, still kind of close to the South Node, but we've eased up from that from last week. So maybe still considering, you know, what it is we want in life, what it is we want, and maybe our short-term goals, what drives us, what motivates us with Mars retrograde, and maybe this sort of transformation that occurred with that last week. All right, this sort of more freer state now, with maybe that side of ourself that does have those needs, desires, right? That drive, that motivation. Even though we're reconsidering this, there's a bit of, you know, more transformed energy from last week as we ease up off of that south node. And as we're mulling over what we want, who we are, good to keep the larger perspective with Capricorn, right? Mars in Capricorn is about taking things one step at a time. All right, so here are the aspects for today. Essentially what this is that the moon is going to be squaring up to Venus and Neptune, who are in an opposition. They're going to go exact with their opposition tomorrow. So it's not going to be a major thing with it today, but maybe getting a prelude of the energies of tomorrow. And this is about balancing Venus and Neptune energy. So Neptune is essentially about us wanting to, when in an opposition and into the extreme, wanting to maybe escape or have a lot of fantasies or ideals. And then the extremes of Venus is, well, it's more personal, so it has to do with our relationships, all right, and our values and enjoyments in life. So finding that balance, right, between how can we integrate a bit of essentially present moment connection into our relationships and be aware of things clearly. Because what can sometimes happen with this opposition is that our fantasies, ideals in relationships can kind of blur the lines. Or maybe there's just blurry lines in general when it comes to, relationships. So it's good to be clear. And the balance of this is bringing in the healthy qualities of Neptune, which is, again, that present moment awareness. Also practicing, healthy sensitivity, which is compassion, understanding, right? Healthy receptivity. And then when it comes to our enjoyments, right? Venus on that level, same kind of thing. There might be some, the natural tendency to want to go to the extreme with that. So balancing enjoyments, right? The simple life, the enjoyments, but being grounded in the present moment with that. And also surrendering what's outside of our control with these things, which also helps this. All right, so bring in those healthy qualities of Neptune, also listening to our intuition, because the mind or the visual representation of things might be a bit blurred, or our feelings or ideals kind of blurring it. Good to be clear by listening to that intuition and inner guidance, and again, living in the now. So that kind of thing, I'll talk a little more about that tomorrow, but the moon is going to activate that. So in the T-square, it's good to challenge ourselves to set some intentions to integrate this balanced energy between these two. All right, so that's the day in a nutshell. Pretty simple day. Most importantly is the moon in Scorpio and Ophiuchus. If I can, there we go, flip this around. Get into the deeper dimensions of life, right? And maybe do some healing in the later part of the day. All right, so have a fantastic day, everyone. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget that like button, and I will see you all tomorrow for the daily forecast. Take care.